Hi, I'm Nicole Marie Finch, and welcome to my blog all about health and mindset, having fun in the chaos of our lives. Today, I want to talk about something that I have struggled with, and I'm getting better at it, and I want to share some wisdom with you all on this topic of portion control. Woo! Sounds boring, but listen, I'm going to tell you some cool things. So, first of all, are you familiar with you have a plate full of food and you just gotta eat it because it's all right there? Yes, I am. Or I feel like especially over the summertime, I always overdo it. I eat more. There's all sorts of good food, especially when you go to these barbecues. Everyone's bringing stuff. I gotta have a little bit of something of everything, and you overdo it. It happens. And you know what? I'm all about having fun, right? So there's definitely a time and a place for just going all out, having a good time, trying all the foods, living life, and enjoying it. But then, when you're feeling bloated and uncomfortable and low energy, all that stuff, and you're like, okay, I gotta get back into healthy habits now. This is something that I found to work really well for me. No matter what your diet is, there's all sorts of great diets out there. I love so many things about all the different ones. I like to kind of combine them and have my own little special one for myself, and I coach clients as well through what their needs are and what kind of things we can pull together from each the different things out there. Because honestly, the secret is all diets work if you do. And they're not really, they shouldn't be a diet. They should be a healthy living and just kind of how you go out there in the world and be healthy. And this is one thing that I found to work really well for when I need to get back into things, no matter how far off I've gone, and I'm ready to feel better again. And what I want to talk about today is how we can eat the same but eat less, if that makes sense. So our stomach, actually, if you hold your fist out, believe it or not, this is the size of our stomach. Well, that should be the size of our stomach. Most of the time, we're eating meals that aren't this size, and so then our stomach gets bloated. Then we eat more meals that aren't that size, our stomach gets more bloated, and it's kind of a chain reaction, and we can't seem to quite rein it in. Okay, so what is great to be able to think about that in mind. So the rule of thumb that I had learned in my health coach certification is the rule of twos. So you should eat half as much, because most of us are eating way too much in one portion. So eat half as much, try to make it the size of your fist. Eat twice as often, okay, so you're still getting the same amount of food in, and chew twice as much. So you're still getting your same amount of food in through the day, so we're all happy. We're not hungry, okay? We're not hangry. I'm not a proponent of hangry. I'm a proponent of you're hungry, you eat. However, I'll just quick side note there. A lot of times when we feel hungry, well, this is maybe a whole other thing, but a lot of times when we feel hungry, first of all, just drink a bunch of water, because you might actually just be thirsty. So drink some water first. And if you're still hungry, sometimes, and even if you just I just ate an hour ago, I don't know why I'm hungry, sometimes it can actually be a mindset thing, where maybe there's something that you're craving in life that you know you need to work on, you need to do something that you are missing, that you have to kind of reconnect with your mind for a little bit there and figure out what is it that I need to be fulfilled. Well, a little deep there. You didn't know I was going there, did you? But I did. Okay, so anyways, drink some water. Think about, am I really hungry? What is going on here? Maybe you're just bored. Maybe you have to go to bed. Okay, sometimes if it's late at night and you really need to go to bed, but you start to get hungry, it's because your body's like, okay, I need energy somehow. So, okay, if you're not going to sleep, then maybe give yourself food. Let's see what happens, okay? So, anyways, so we've got our stomach. This is the size. We're having portions that are about this size. We'll eat twice as much or twice as often. So you're still going to get your same amount of food in, and you're going to chew twice as much. So which helps us to slow down, because a lot of times we are inhaling our food in this country. We are inhaling it. And oftentimes that's why you end up eating so much more, and then you're like, oh, I'm so full. And usually it's because we're eating so fast, your brain doesn't catch up right away. It doesn't turn off the thing, oh, I should stop eating in your brain. So you just kind of keep eating until you're stuffed. And so that's one thing. And then chewing also helps to get more of the enzymes going to help break down your food. So it helps so you're not, it's digesting while you're eating a little bit in a sense. So it's helping to get things already moving so it doesn't kind of get built up as much. So those are some really good benefits for chewing twice as much, and taking some time, pause, enjoy your food. Don't be distracted. A lot of times we're watching TV, well, maybe we're scrolling through social media, and so we're kind of mindlessly eating. Another way that kind of disconnects you from the foods. It's easier to overeat, and you don't necessarily stop when you're full and you're good to go. Whole different story, by the way, if you're eating something super delicious and yummy and you gotta try all the things, okay? I get it. It's not what I'm talking about here. So, okay, so that's the rule of twos. Eat half as much in one serving, in one sitting, eat twice as often, and chew twice as much. That's kind of the rule of thumb to really help your body to be able to catch up. And everyone's different. This may or may not work for you. Some people do better with periods of fasting in between their meals. So I still don't think it's good to overdo it and like just go crazy in one meal. That's a blooper. And then have the period of no eating and then eating a big meal again. What can happen is it can actually make your blood sugar go up and down and up and down and up and down because you're eating and you go really hungry and then you're eating, and so your sugar is all over the place, and that actually does cause inflammation in the body, which can cause all sorts of issues. So that is, I don't necessarily know if I recommend that, but some people do work better in having their smaller meals spread out. Maybe that does work out for them. Maybe having a smaller snack in between. You know, everyone can kind of play with it and see what works for you. But from a scientific perspective, this is what really we have found to be a good rule of thumb. Again, rule of thumb, not requirement, that tends to work for a lot of people. And I know it definitely works for me, just kind of, because I don't do, when I'm really hungry and I go crazy eating, right? So it actually helps me too. I do have periods like you want to get 80% full, and you kind of can go through the day like that. So you never should be hangry. Okay, that's the goal. So, and then drinking water, of course, is really important to be able to do that throughout your day. Lots and lots of water, and you might find that you are actually just thirsty, not necessarily hungry. So that's my tip for this week. Short and sweet. I would love to know what you think about that. What maybe some of your tips might be. What works for you when you're coming back from all the barbecues that we had this summer, aside from just eating healthier and cleaner and better foods. That's a whole other story. But I know certainly that I can get really uncomfortable when I eat. I'm just constantly eating these big, heavy meals. And so this is a really good way to help me get the energy back again, get things all kind of flowing again, and being able to feel like myself again, after some of those crazy times, which I said I absolutely love and I'm all about. So this is just some tips for those of us who are ready to feel like ourselves again. I'll just leave it at that. So thank you again so much for tuning in. I hope to see you back here again soon. In the meantime, remember, life is chaos, so we just have to have fun with it.